pushed hard right around, got into the chase, just had a little bit of understeer. Tried to use the curb to my advantage, but it did kick me off it. So, look, at least we start tomorrow.
It's a long race. Hopefully it's the top spot on the podium.
Thank you, it will be.
This is going to be one to watch. Stephen Richards in Larry Perkins' Castrol Commodore, paired up with his father. He's won the race before. His dad's won the race before. He's been quietly working away at it. I spoke to him earlier in the day, very confident with the car. Chased the setup a little bit in the practice earlier today. Slid out of turn 2, but there or thereabouts throughout the weekend and peaking at the right time.
He also clipped the dirt at turn 1 on the exit, which probably would have cost him a tenth or two on the climb up the hill, but will be able to work that out very quickly. He's certainly having a go in this.
And really, Stevie probably throughout his career hasn't been the world champion qualifier. This year, he has qualified really well. I thought some of his qualifying performances have been fantastic.
But I'll tell you what, that's a 52.07. He is going fast. There's no doubt about that.
He's just 4/100ths of a second slower than his teammate at the first split. So the two Castrol cars are on target at the moment. And he finished the final practice today in the #1 position. The previous practice, which was qualifying, he was third, of course. That's why we're seeing him in this order. But he's really improved the car over the course of the weekend. Split at the elbow is going to tell some of the story.
Well, there's been some big gains made. Well, 0.2 seconds down. He's lost a little more time over the top. That's a lot to make up in this last sector. He missed the last 3 shootouts. It's his 6th of the season. He did have Polar Farmigello, but he was taken out early in the race. Darrell.
Billy watching him come over the crest here. Dumbrell, Richo on the limiter a lot earlier, and Tidy through the chase.
Now he could still knock Dumbrell over, even though he's a couple of tenths down, because Dumbrell struggled on the part of the circuit that we're going to now. Even though he's gone through all the grass and stuff on the road that Lowndes threw up, it doesn't seem to have affected him too much.
Garbage on the road, and he was very aggressive across the left-hander at the chase. He was really hungry and used the dirt there. Final corner to Stephen Richards.
Yeah.
He goes to the top with a 7.9. 2 minutes 7.9. It's Richards from Dumbrell. There's Jimmy. The Castrol cars are on top at this point.
Fantastic lap. Really, really good quality lap.
And not bad, Scapey, to be able to pick it up in the last sector, because he was nearly 3 tenths down when we got to Forest Elbow.
Well, we said also that that Paul Dumbrell probably didn't quite finish his lap as well as he would have liked. So,
Exactly.
so Stevie's certainly turned it around.
Didn't really want to warn you about that dirt, Richo. Slow us up a little bit.
It did get a little bit sideways coming out of what Steve just said on the radio was that he got a little bit sideways coming out of the little Lowndes area, and that little bit of gravel, as soon as they're on their traction limited, that little bit of gravel just makes that skerrick of difference that slides the car more towards the outside curb.
And that repeats exactly virtually the time that he did in practice 5, Greg Rust.
Well, the first 2 sectors were just shy of your teammate, but the final one was a ripper.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty good lap. There's a couple of spots where I was a little bit hesitant, which I hope doesn't cost us, but enough confidence in the last one. A little bit of dirt, gravel at the chase. But no, I'm happy.
You should be, Richo. Great result for the team. Let's hope it holds.
At Mount Panorama, Stephen Richards. A wonderful moment. Let's go back to the grid.
Larry Perkins, it just must be a wonderful day for you. Be the most successful day for your team so far.
Yeah, look, to have Paul at Bathurst is always nice, I can tell you, and to have Paul come up to third, that was a fantastic effort for him. And yeah, I might add, it's been a team effort that started a long way back, and the drivers did their bit today as well.
What did you do? Anything special to tune the two of them up? I mean, Paul's done an awesome job.
No, Paul's he's been showing form throughout this year, on and off, but he's getting his eye in a lot better now, and I mean, that's truly a good effort he's just done now.
Now, your cars have a reputation for running hard and fast here at Bathurst. What can we see from them tomorrow?
Well, I certainly hope reputation helps. That's one thing, but it never really does. It's preparation that helps, and teamwork, and we have been working extremely hard to keep our reliability on track, and that's all we can do. And tomorrow will unfold, and whatever will be.
You're looking at any team tactics yet?
We've certainly got our own plan. We always have a plan at Bathurst, and we just stick to it. And there's no reasons for that to change right now. I mean, it's a bonus to be at the front. It's nice to, have now proved that we're the fastest. That's great, but it still doesn't necessarily win you the race. So all the hard work's still to come.
Thanks for that, Larry.
Thank you.
He's had a lot of success at Mount Panorama, one of the most successful drivers of all time. Of course, now running the team, and that's his man. And the older Richards is pretty quick as well. We'll take a break, and after that, we'll have a lot more for you from Mount Panorama. Qualifying day, shootout day, the race tomorrow. It was a great lap from Paul Dumbrell nearest the screen, but his teammate trumped him. They'll start on each of the first 2 rows here for the Bob Jane T-marts 1000. There's Dad congratulating his son, a wonderful lap. The last 2 winners of this race have come from pole position. Can Richo make it 3 in a row? It's a long day. Anything's possible, but right now let's savour the moment with Greg Rust and Stephen Richards.
Well, Billy, it's an awesome day for the Castrol Perkins squad and an awesome day for Stephen Richards as he collects the $5,000 cheque from Munro for his first ever Bathurst pole position. How's that feel?
Fantastic, Rusty. That's just the perfect start to the weekend.
The car, when you look at this thing, it's been a process for you blokes, hasn't it? The whole weekend, you and your dad, everything has just gone like clockwork.
Yeah, it has been. You know, we've stuck to our guns. We had a game plan at the start of the weekend, and we've just been creeping up on it. And it's all coming good at the right time.
Was there some assistance as far as Paul was concerned? Were you guys able to get anything back from him as far as his fantastic lap was concerned?
Oh no, look that put a fair bit of pressure on, let me tell you, getting up to that first sector. I knew it was going to be a tough one to beat, so we just managed to pull the last sector together, which was good.
Tomorrow's the business. Who'll start the race?
Yeah, I'll be starting.
All right, we wish you guys all the very best. Top day, boys, and the Castrol Perkins squad. Well done. The $5,000 Monroe cheque to Stephen Richards.